Hello beautiful people, welcome back to yet another video on this channel. First of all, I really want to say thank you for supporting me and my team. We never thought that we will grow this much in such a short time, so I'm really grateful for that. Today we want to talk about how you can tell stories through your images. A lot of the time you can tell a full story through only one image, but that rarely happens. To make that happen, you really need to be good at what you're trying to do, and also you need a lot of luck. But on the other hand side, you can also try to do a lot of set, like you can build a 10 to 12 image set in order to tell the story of the subject that you are trying to capture. Most of the time we have heard that photography is the reflection of photographer's thought, but the problem that I've encountered with this sentence is I never felt that it was proved right, but only the masters, like in their thoughts, in their photos, that just reflects. Today on this video we're gonna explore this beautiful part of Kolkata in order to see if we can manage something like that. Before we deep down into the video, I just want to tell you guys my calendar for 2026 workshop is ready. Please visit shivamphotofarm.com in order to check it out. I've got Ladakh, Pushkar, Kolkata, Varanasi and Kolkata and Northeast workshops ready. And if you want to come and photograph with me, please sign up to that. Let's continue the video. A photographic reportage cannot be done in just single image. Generally, the scenes shift through different emotions. They unfold on the streets. They unfold on the things that you are working on. These days, what I try to do is I'm trying to do one image because I'm mostly on the street. But for my personal passion projects, I try to go back to the same places again and again in order to discover the evolution that subject have had over the time. I have done few projects that I will link down and you can have a look at it. Today what I want to show is how can we build a story around this beautiful market that I am in. So we are currently in this onion and potato market, which is the largest wholesale market for this kind of vegetables. One of the things that I've been working on for years is people who work here. You know, there's a lot of people who carry these heavy bags up here, and I try to photograph them. I will try to build something with these images that just tells their story. Let's divide these topics into two different aspects. One is just a single image that tells you the whole story. Second is the one where you build a set in order to bring out the wider aspect of the story or the place that you're trying to convey. Let's talk about the first one. One image, and one image that has every single thing. One image that has a core energy into it, and then you found that energy, you found that inspirational moment, and you try to build certain things around it. In that moment, it just tells you the complete story. But like I told you, it rarely happens. You need a real luck in order to make that happen. I've heard it somewhere that a great photograph is where your skill meets the luck, or everybody can take a good image, but a great image happens when there's an accident in your image. When I say accident, that's the candid moment, something that you were not prepared to be a part of it. In order to have one image that is exceptional, in order to have one image that tells all the stories, to do that, you need to be aware of all the surroundings. The way I teach it to the people, you can't have a 90-degree view. You need to have a 180-degree view in order to build that image, because your core energy is in the center of the image, or it's on one of the corner of the image. But if you're only focused in the center of your frame, then you don't know what's coming from the left or right or from top or bottom. We got to be aware of all the 180 degrees in order to make that happen. Because we're shooting this video on a street and we only have a limited time, I cannot try to show you an accidental image that just happens, but I'm trying to put some examples up here in order for you guys to understand what I tried to say. The second part of the video is when I tell you guys how to build a narrative through your images. Just for an example, because we are out on the street and this beautiful market, I want to build a set of images around, like, let's say 10 or 12 images in order to tell the story of the people who carry these heavy bags on their heads. Every story that you're trying to build can be told in basically 4 frames. You take those 4 frames and you mix them, match them into different orders in order to build that story together. The first frame is the wide shots, which you can also use it for establishing shots that you also tell where this whole story is, where this whole scene is coming into. Second is the medium shots. Medium is when you tell what it is about. Medium is when you tell the story of the action that's going on up there, or people who are involved in your story, what they are doing. Third is the close-up shot, the portraits, a lot of faces. It's a shot that tells who it is that you're trying to photograph, who it is that you're trying to tell the story of. That can be done with a close-up shot that involves a lot of portrait, faces and all that stuff. Fourth shot is the one that people know, but they always forget to do it. It's the ultra close-ups. It's the detailed shots you need to include in order to build the whole story complete. You know now the shots that you need in order to build the story, but how you do it is also equally important. There's different tips and tricks that you can use in order to build a style of work that is recognizable to your audience. I think building a style of your photographs is super important, and that you can do by few things. Like for me, the way it worked is because I used one lens for a long time, that is 28mm. Most of my stuff is shot on 28mm, so my style has become very recognizable, maybe a lot more constant. I only shoot with this one lens. I have a couple other, but they don't speak to me as much as this lens speaks to me. So I'm going to use this lens in order to build this story together today. So the first shot that I told you guys is a wide shot, or the establishing shot. For this one, I want to build a shot where I can see the location, where I can see the action that's happening. I can see people involved into this story, and then probably some really cool accident. And in order for me, like this location works because you can see all these people working around. They're bringing the stuff also, and then I just need to build a photo where everything just aligns perfectly. For right now, the scene's a little flat because there's not a lot of color in here, but if you wait enough, you see the red and the yellows coming together. So when these things come together, you need to just observe and photograph. Another thing I can see is these people are queuing up in order to get this thing together. Maybe I can make a photograph where they all are queued up together and everybody's aligned perfectly, and then I can make the image. The chaos here is real, right there. While you photograph in these places, you just want to be sure that you're not in the way of anyone. Moving on to the second shot that I wanted to talk about is the medium shots. Medium shots are the one which explains people about the main part of the story, what the story is about. And here the story that I want to convey is about this market and all the people who are carrying the big stuff up here. To do the medium shots, you cut down to the contextual part of the images. Like you will remove the outer skin of the image, and you will focus on the weight or the thing that is getting carried on the head, or the bag, or different stuff that's happening here. So we want to explain the action up here. We want to explain about people involved into activities or anything. I'm gonna move and do a couple photos into the action shots and then blend it into the wide shot that I have. The third shot that you need to incorporate in your storytelling or the photo reportage is the close-up shots. It's when you get close to the people, it's when you start introducing who are the people who are involved into the certain activity that you are photographing. It's when you start doing the portraits, it's when you start getting to know those people in depth. It's always nice to just think about it and get close to people and try to make connections. Here in the close-up shots, what you're going to do is make connection with people by just sitting down with them, listening to their stories, maybe being a part of their any activity that they are doing right in front of you. That's what I try to do. If I'm chilling with the people who are carrying these stuff, I will ask them, oh, what is it? What's the price for this? Where is it going? Where it came from? When you ask these questions, they feel a little bit more value. You know, they will be like, oh wow, this guy is really interested into the things that we are doing. So that's one of my tricks to get into to people and then photograph them. It's also very important to sometimes follow a very specific group of people in order to make it very seamless, and your story becomes more consistent if you try to do that. I will try to see if I can make a few portraits up here. चाचा एक फोटो खींचेगा? रुको, सुंदर खींचेगा एकदम, रुको. We're almost there. The fourth and the last image that you need to take in order to bring out the story together and to piece all these things in a one format that makes sense is the ultra close-up shots. When I say ultra close-ups, I mean all the detail shots that you can bring out in the story. I like taking pictures of hands, maybe tattoo, maybe someone doing something. Generally, I use detail shots in order to show the things that general public's gonna miss. I try to see and observe things that are very normal for the people who live in the market, but they are not very common for people like me who will walk in the market. So those things just make your project, your photo story really vast, and it just makes more sense when you put those pieces together. Detail shots also, it helps you to breathe into the spaces. It helps you to go more deeper into the story. The detail shots are very interesting when you put them together. They bring out a surprise element into your photo story. Imagine you're like giving up the wide shot and then you bring in out the portrait, and suddenly you have a shot of something really interesting that people are not aware, and that is the importance of detail shots. And by putting all these 4 photos together, you can bring out a story. So what's happening here is I love this uncle, how he's doing everything with hands, and all the paper, everything getting written by hand. And it's just interesting for me to see, because I don't know when was the last time I used a pen or paper to write something, because everything is typed on computer and on phones. So these are the things that's gonna bring that story more close, how old school this market is, you know, by just showing this. And these red books are super amazing. Really love this. मार्केट होता है वो सब में अभी सारा काम कंप्यूटर से होता है, सारा हिसाब. तो आप लोग अभी भी डायरी में लिखते हो तो बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत पुराना तरीका है. I just asked someone if I can sit here in order to film, and then the action starts happening. So now we have done the most important part of the process, which is showing up on the ground and photographing these beautiful images. The best way to do any project is to show up there multiple times. I've been coming to these markets for like about 10 years. There are a few places in India and in Kolkata where I've been photographing for well over 10 years. And now I can see the evolution. Now I can see the project moving into one and different directions. It's very important for you to notice change, what's happening around you, what's happening in the places you're photographing. the people you're photographing. If you can keep on doing it for over and over and over, then your project becomes a little bit more interesting. We have all these shots that we took in the market that you have taken over the years. Now your process, the next thing is to edit them and curate them into a beautiful manner. What I try to do is, most of the time I will try to print a few photos and put them on the ground and see which one works better, where is the surprise element coming, what is my starting point of the project, what is my first photo, who is the most interesting character or the person that I have in the project. I will try to put him as my close-up. Now when you put together these 10 images together or 12 images together, you start seeing a beautiful flow into your story. I think flow is very important part when you are trying to tell a photographic reportage, or like you're trying to build a story somewhere. It needs to go in a manner which makes sense. If I'm serious about a project, I try to see it multiple times. I try to keep on seeing it as many as time I can see. Maybe I feel something different at different part of the times, and the final one is when you will feel, okay, I'm ready now, this can go live, I can show it to the people. It's all in the intuitions. When you feel it's right, it's right. That's the way it always should be. There is no hard and fast rule about these things. The only rule that you need to follow is to show up on the ground and photograph as much as you can. I'm going to put down some of the projects that I've done over the years, and you can have a look on them, and maybe if that makes sense or if that's helpful. This is all that I have to say today in this video. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Me and my team are really grateful for all the support and love that we have got over the last few months. Just before we sign off, I just wanted to tell you once again, my calendar for 2026 workshops and 2027 workshops are open, and I would love to see you guys in any of the workshops. Please travel to India and let's shoot together. Thank you so much. See you in the next one.